take a chance. Lift your feet off the ground. Right in front of you, so many possibilities. Now is your time. There is so much you can achieve when you dream. Dream big. Stepping up will help you make it. Go ahead and take it. Just dream. Dream big. Trust your intuition. Don't limit your ambition. Just dream. You can dream. Dream big. Open your eyes, created. You will find everything that you need. Yeah. It will all come to you. You will see. If you believe, you will succeed. Oh yeah. Anything is possible, so set your sights high. There's power in the vision. Spread your wings and fly. When you dream, dream big. Stepping up will help you make it. Go ahead and take it. Just dream. Dream big. Trust your intuition. Don't limit your ambition. Just dream. Yeah, you can dream. Dream big. As high as you can reach, as far as you can go. You are what you dream. Never let it go. When you dream, dream big. Stepping up will help you make it. Go ahead and take it. Just dream. Dream big. Break your inhibitions. Take it to the limit. Just dream. Dream big. Trust your intuition. Don't limit your ambition. Just dream. Come on and dream. Dream big. Dream.
Anything is possible. It started with a dream. Our passion made a difference and built a family. We've grown strong together. You know it's all because everybody plays a part in doing what we love. You can bet it doesn't matter where you go. You find a friend who does just what they love and lets it show. One card at a time can really change the way we live. Focused on the sharing and the chance we have to give. You can do most anything, so just do what you love. Live it, share it, you know it's what you're dreaming of. What we love, what we do, makes a difference in me and you. All these years of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live and what we say, it's snapping up and it's our way to love, live and share it today. To love, live and share it today. Just look around and you can see it's so much more than stamps and ink. It's more than just a card you see. It's part of you, a part of me. It's creativity. So just do what you love, live it, share it, you know it's what you're dreaming of. It's what you're dreaming of. What we love, what we do, makes a difference in me and you. All these years of inspiration
welcome everybody. We have our Christmas in July live. This is going to be a really fun live today. We have a special guest if you didn't notice. Taylor, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I am a product designer here, and I'm the one that worked on a Stitch season that we're going to talk about today.
And I'm Cindy, and I am actually the concept artist that made all the samples with the products that Taylor designed. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to share our projects as well and talk a little bit about how you can use the suite or the bundle in different ways. So it'll be really fun.
Yeah.
So Taylor, tell us a little bit about why you love this suite so much.
So I am not a quilter myself, but I like to think that I'm an aspiring quilter. I really like embroidery and I love quilts, but I haven't gotten into it. I think that might be a winter activity for me this year once the heat dies down outside and in my house.
Yeah, we're celebrating Christmas, right? But outside it's like super hot.
Very hot.
So we would love to know if you're creating some Christmas crafting in July. So leave a comment if you are already started your Christmas card making, whatever you're doing for the holidays. I like to make ornaments, so I'm already starting to think of like some ornament ideas, and so I'm already like collecting ideas in my Pinterest account. So I get started early because I get
Yeah.
excited about it. All right, let's go ahead and turn over and let's begin to talk about how this suite Stitch season was designed.
Sweet. So this is actually the mood board that was created after the trend process. We go through a lot of iterations to get to the final product, and this is kind of the first time that I touch it. So I take the trend board and I use that as inspiration for what I'm going to put in my mood board. So it's basically showing the vibe of the finished product that I want to achieve. So sometimes it has patterns in it, sometimes it has colors. It always has our color palette. In this one specifically, I was only allowed to use 6 colors because of the printing process that we were using. So I had to be very picky about what I used.
But we wanted to keep it like really super traditional.
Oh, yes.
Red and green.
Yeah, red and
So-
green. And then that little navy blue just to kind of give it more of a, I don't know, it feels homey when you give it that navy blue. Maybe that was just like my home, but
I feel like Secret Sea is now like the new neutral black.
Yes.
Like it goes, it works well with a lot of things. But I love this in this kind of updated version. It updated a little bit. And then I like that little bit of crumb cake that we added as well.
yeah, it was very helpful, especially to just give it another warmer neutral.
One of the things that I loved about this one is the stockings. Like that was our big inspiration. And I remember when we were talking about it and kind of, we were like, you had this grand idea and you were like, oh, we could make this like stocking, this quilted stocking. And we're like, how could we do this? And it was a big like conversation. And I think one of the things that you like kind of immediately went to was something that you found. Let's share what you found.
Yes.
This was so fun. So this was something that inspired. And anytime our designers or our concept artists are in the process of doing a creative kind of brainstorming, we kind of go and look at whatever we can find that reminisces to the theme of it, right?
Yes, for sure. I actually had found this pretty soon before I got assigned the Christmas one, which was part of the reason why I really wanted to do it and I asked for it, because again, I feel like I'm an aspiring quilter. So I found this at my local thrift store, and it was really inspiring to see not only the classic stuff that you can do, but also kind of the, like, you don't think about, or I didn't think about quilts that have organic edges to them. This poinsettia pattern actually, I think, made it into the final one with just how geometric and beautiful it is. And it was nice to see all of the different block options in here. I had to thread the needle, pun intended, between being overly complicated like this, where it's very clear what you're looking at, but it's made of a bunch of tiny shapes, and being not complicated enough to where it's just the classic, like barn quilt type things. So this was very helpful to kind of see the scale sliding between like the kind of crazy fancy ones and the ones that are way more simplified,
yeah.
geometric. So I flipped through this definitely quite a bit just because it's fun to look at. So that was very fun. I still keep this on my desk because it still makes me happy to have it close to me.
So let's take a look at some of the sweet products that Taylor designed. We do have the stamp set, and we do have the stitch. So this is the Stitch Stockings bundle. This is also available in German and French, and this is also mini machine compatible because it's such a smaller shaped. But it's kind of large too. It's like card front size.
Yeah.
But actually, it's the perfect shape for the mini machine as well. What I think is really fun is, I mean, these dies are so intricate, and I love the way that Taylor designed this because there's so much you can do with this, right?
Yes.
Like you had prototypes. So she creates digital prototypes using all of these elements, even the paper and all and that, and you create these elements. I didn't really have to do very much work to really go through because she had so many ideas that I ended up making more samples than what I thought I was going to do. So,
I made more prototypes than I thought because
did.
it was just so fun to play with it.
It is. And let's talk a little bit more detail about how the stamp set creates and coordinates with the dies.
Sure. Okay. So kind of the crux of how the dies work is that they're all meant to kind of go together in certain ways. So these two are meant to fit right where this one is so that you can switch them out. But also geometrically, the sizing of all of these squares fits with this. I think it might just be 2 per. And then the triangles go here, like these little ones can fit here. So I kind of wanted to make it to where once you have it cut out, it's almost like you're building a quilt from scratch.
Yeah.
And then all of the stamp shapes kind of fit in with these as well, so that you're able to kind of make quilt squares just from scratch, basically.
So you don't really have to use the designer series paper that is made for this. You can actually just stamp and create your own.
Right, which is
love
super
that.
cool because some of those patterns aren't necessarily like, they don't have to be Christmas. So basically all but the snowflakes could be used in different settings like spring, fall, anything like that. So it's pretty versatile, honestly.
We actually had a creative challenge that just posted using this as just the
really?
dies and using it as a quilted rather than a Christmas quilted. So if you want to check that out, make sure you check our socials so that you can see that project. But it was really cute because it does take it outside of Christmas and shows how versatile this can be. Of course, you have Christmas greetings. I think this one is really fun. The stitch part here, this little like fake faux stitching is really fun to use as well. And then, of course, the to and the from. I think what I love about this, that to and that from, is you made it fit perfectly in that little topper there.
Yes, and that was intentional.
Couple other things that I loved was the peek throughs. So these are made for specifically like peek throughs. So that way, and we'll show you in one of the samples how it was made. And I also love these because you would think that you would have to cut this all out, you know, and how would you color it or whatever. But you designed it so that there was some certain key points where you can snip it and have different colors.
Yeah, and that was part of the interesting thing was figuring out cut lines versus stitch lines versus all the different things that I could accomplish while still maintaining its shape if you didn't want to cut everything apart.
And one thing I did ask Taylor was, please, can we have a holly and berries? I think it just speaks to Christmas as holly and berries. So we've got some holly leaves that have a little bit of stitching in them, but then also we have the berries as well. And someone mentioned this, I just saw this recently, but those are like a little hidden Mickey,
Yeah, they are hidden
little Mickey ears. So they're little hidden Mickeys, so, which is really funny because those make the berries. So they're just kind of like standalone berries. There's no coordination with the stamp set.
Yeah, it's like a little applique.
And also the fonts that you had. So I wanted to come back and talk to you about like this font is not technically this font here. Tell us a little bit of reasoning, like kind of what's behind that.
Yeah, so I went in thinking I'm going to have this very folky design, and I think it'd be fun to pair it with a more classy typeface, more like modern, delicate. And when I went to play with it, it just wasn't what I wanted it to be. I think at that point, my designs had kind of skewed in a more like warm, inviting way, and the typeface just like was way too formal, and so I ended up going with still a serif, but one that feels much more like I'm going to you know, a country house of my grandma rather than the, you know, apartment of my big city aunt for the holidays.
I love how much a font adds to like the theme, the feel of the suite as well, and all the like the story behind it all. That's why I wanted to tell you about.
Yeah.
Because this is so different compared to this. This feels like the right fit for it. So I love that. All right, let's kind of put these to the side because we might pull these back out, and let's go over the designer series paper, a stitched season. We were calling it a stitched Christmas before, but it's a stitched season. So we're going to talk about some of these patterns, and Taylor is going to explain how some of these were specifically designed. And I know that we had one that was a duplicate. We were hung
it's
up
this
on our
one.
backside, so we're going to, this one. Okay, because I want to make sure we show that one. Okay, so let's talk about these patterns. Just stunning. I love that we have some basic patterns for that quilting kind of feel, but then you've already got them done. So talk through your design project progress.
Yeah. And for anyone wondering, it says Quilted Christmas on the mood board because
Yes.
it takes us a while to get a final name. So all of our projects have working names, which is why sometimes it's hard for us to remember the final name because for a long time, to me, it was Quilted Christmas and nothing else.
I love that.
But yeah, this was very fun. The A sides, so the fronts of the paper, and the B sides, which are the backs. It was very simple, easy to just say the front sides are going to be the quilts and the back sides are going to be the fabric that you use to make the quilts.
I love that.
So pretty much all of these designs were made with different colors of these couple of patterns that were here. And so it was, sometimes it's not as easy to separate what you want on your front and what you want on your back. This one was a no-brainer. And so the fronts, I really wanted to have a good variety
Yeah, let's
in
pull those out so we can kind of see the
scale
variety.
and color and kind of what it's showcasing. It was very geometric. There was a lot of geometry involved, which I was here for, but it was also interesting to work that way because
This actually looks like a real, like this would be a great scrapbooking page, like to put like a little bit of you know, about quilting in it. If you're a quilter,
I know.
if you're a quilter, please leave a message or leave a comment that you love quilt. We want to know if you're a quilter. I think that's one of the things. I've never done it before, never quilted before, and you were saying you're like a wanting to be.
Yes.
So does this gravitate towards those that are quilters?
Yeah, this actually made me want to do it
Yes.
even more so because my goal was to make it to where none of these would be difficult or impossible to make an actual quilt out of, inspired by it. So none of the shapes all of the shapes, I guess, are more, you know, just like 90-degree angles, perfect, 45-degree
Yeah.
things like that. So I didn't want to go freestyle with it, which did have some constraints to it, but it was pretty rewarding whenever I got what I wanted out of it. And then a lot of
the
it
dark blue on this one.
there's a texture that I put on a lot of it too. That's kind of like a fabric texture. I think this one
This
you
one
can
you
probably
can really
see it
show
really
the
good.
best.
Yeah, all the white area has kind of a texture to it just to make it look not as sterile as, you know, pure white would be. And
love
that is
that
on a
little
lot
texture.
of them. Yeah, I know. My computer did not like it, but
It was a big file.
it was a big file. There was
This
a lot
one
going
too.
on.
So this one's got kind of like your X pattern, and then it has some like little texture pattern as well. Mm-hmm. So pretty. And then this one, let's take this one. This is like we've got the white. Like you created some that have like more of a white background, but then you have some that have like the color.
Yeah, the color differences.
Yep. And then I think the big wow is this one. Talk about this because I feel like this one is the one I didn't want to cut up
Yeah.
because it's just so pretty. It's just so pretty.
It was very fun to do this one and also very annoying because you had to balance it correctly with the colors and the patterns. And when you put the patterns on, it changes the color slightly. So you have too much emphasis on one side and then not the other. So even the flower pattern, just the fact that there's white in it, which is so it just blasts your eyeballs. So you had to make sure that it was spread out in a way that made sense.
Yeah.
So it was.
So it balances like you're going from one to the next, and it's like your eye or movement is going around the the patterns.
Exactly. And it was kind of I tried a lot of different configurations because it was, do I do it randomly completely, or do I have a rhyme to the reason? There actually is a rhyme to the reason. If anyone will notice the red through line here, here, and here. And then there's a green through line. And everything is kind of balanced accordingly.
Kind of like a true quilter would do.
I should hope so.
So I love that balance. The other thing too that was kind of that I loved was this wreath. Like I wanted to do this wreath in the pieces and make it like bigger.
Yeah.
You know, so that would really be a fun challenge to see how you can get these elements. How can you make a bird with those pieces from the dies?
I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, I mean, you did everything exactly like it is. So, okay, so let's talk about the other side that we love. I'm going to pull that one over. So look at all these fun, basic patterns. Like, these are so fun. The one that kind of immediately, when she did
There's
it,
another one
stood out to
somewhere.
me. I know. The one that stood out to me immediately, oh, this one,
Yeah.
was the flowers. Because it's such a nice, like you have like your traditional snowflakes and candy canes and holly, but this little flower piece, when I remember like chef's kiss, I was like, it's so perfect to have this little bit of flower in it, and also the you know, like you can use it for other things as well.
Yeah.
Like and that's a matter of fact, our concept artist, our team used this in other fashions too, besides just the sweet. So showing the versatility of it, and of course, you know me. I love a plaid, love a plaid or a gingham or any of that kind of pattern. So I was like, yay, this makes me so happy. And of course, these candy canes are just adorable. Great to use for the holiday Christmas crafting. So, all right, now let's take a look a little bit at the embellishments. So when we were told that we wanted to do embellishments immediately, I think we were
They're
like,
so fun.
we were like, we want to do buttons. And they were like, oh, what?
Yeah.
We were like, we want to do buttons. We really want buttons. I think that this sweet lends to a button
Yes.
because of all
Oh.
yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
So I was like, can we please have some kind of button? So we've got white, and then we've got a real red. So really nice. I have a little bit of a little glitter
got some
around them.
sparkle.
So let's see if we can get a little close up on those so you can see that little sparkle that's on them a little bit. So they have a little bit of sparkle. And then, of course, stitched is stitched. And let's go stitched everything. So we did some stitched ribbon. This is done in, I believe it's real red, right?
I mean, it's got to be.
It's got to be real red.
It's our red.
And, of course, it has that white stitching. You can easily also pull out the stitching if you wanted to have just a red ribbon, too. So that's kind of something fun you can do. So, all right, now let's take a look at some of the samples that we made. As I said before, Taylor made such a wonderful prototypes, digital prototypes, that it didn't really have very much, like, what am I going to contribute to this? And so this is actually directly from her prototype. I think I may have added just a little bit of layering, and I did a little bit of stamping in the background.
Yeah.
So what's fun about this one is the stamp set, this piece here, I just did a little bit of stamping on that card, the card on the edge there, just to kind of add that texture to it. And then, of course, adding these stamped images with this stamped here. And then I just added some of the designer series paper on the top as well. So it's a really simple card. This little stitching makes a tree trunk. I'm like, Taylor, that's so cute. So I had to do exactly how she did it because I just love that very simple card and a great way to use this suite.
It's so cute. I love that you can use them as background stamps.
And then this one, this is kind of like tells the story of the dies in some ways. Like, because there's so much about the dies, right?
Right.
But this kind of tells you a little bit about that peek through, those two peek through pieces. So the way that I use them, you can see when you die cut it, you have all these little pieces come out. So I did save the red ones.
I was going to say, that is such a
Yep.
good detail.
And added that right back in there with a little bit of liquid glue, just so that you could just kind of see that little bit of detail in it. And then these are just strips. So these are all just strips of paper, a little bit of the designer series paper, but all cardstock strips. And then again, that one die that we talked about where you can cut it out of 3 colors and then kind of put it all together. So it's super cute. And of course, this is exactly from her prototype.
No,
It is.
you made them look so good, though.
Thanks. This one I think is the star.
Oh my gosh.
This is the one where I put it together and I had to immediately like do my happy dance. I was so excited about it. So this one incorporates a lot of the stamping. So instead of using the designer series paper, I actually went and I did the white pieces and I stamped them with the stamped, because that's the way that Taylor designed it. And then I did do a little bit of that piece here where I added some of the holly leaves and that star in the front there. Little Christmas
you
tree
used
from
one
the
of the
tree
negatives.
of the yep. And then this is the greeting here, but I used this large piece, and instead I just cut off the tips because I needed more room to show off this beautiful stocking. So the other thing about this stocking is that the way that this is designed, it's not all one, right?
Yeah.
I think that's something that some people might be confused with. So you can actually cut this out. And then, then you can cut this out. So it's like two pieces, but you also can die cut it at the same time. And it gives you this little line all the way around.
We
a little
wanted
outline.
like maximum versatility.
Yes.
This label shape is also the size of the top.
Yep.
Like it was a geometry puzzle, this whole thing.
You did very well. All right, so then the next project I did, let's just put these up here. Of course, we had to fit, can we make tags? Like, how can we make some tags? So the one thing, did you notice this, Taylor, is that one's going one way, one's going the other way.
I didn't notice that, actually.
Did you know that?
No.
So what I did is I took the paper and I actually turned it upside down and got it just placed where I wanted it, and then I cut it out. So then I like turned it back over, cut the piece really close to the edge, turned it back over, kind of secured it down with some washi to make sure it stayed, and then cut it so then it could go the other direction.
Wow.
So super fun. Think of it like how to use your dies in different ways. So, and then of course this one shows off the designer series paper, and this one shows off that intricate detail inside face.
Yeah.
And how simple it can be used.
Yeah, I mean, this is so simple, too. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
piece of the DSP that's cut out. And I kind of sized it to work like that,
Yeah,
too.
yeah, it was perfect for it. And these are just such cute little tags that you can add on to gifts. And then this one is kind of like that quilting pattern that you wanted to do, that you designed specifically for these dies. So I cut all the designer series paper out of the dies that are here at the top. And I used the squares, the triangles to kind of make this shape. This is one of the triangle pieces underneath. I fussy cut that cardinal because I love cardinals. They're a family favorite of ours. And so I cut that out. And then, of course, the holly leaves. And then just adding that one strip of that red ribbon behind it. I actually, if you wanted to use ribbon like this, I highly recommend that you take a real thin piece of cardstock and glue the ribbon on top. So then that way your ribbon doesn't kind of move or float. So I actually have a little piece of cardstock underneath there to kind of keep it in place.
That's so smart.
And then, of course, adding the buttons.
I love the dimension of this one so much.
Yeah, so there's like a peek through of all that
Yeah.
dimension there. Just easily put together. And then the last project I made, especially close to my heart, these are my best friends. And I loved this project. I'm always a home decor kind of
Yeah.
person. I love home decor, especially with paper crafting. And so I used that beautiful background of that wonderful sheet. I cut it down to just a few squares. I actually cut this out with my X-Acto knife from my Take-A-Pic tool and added the photo behind it.
Oh, okay.
But then if you look, this is Taylor said.
I know. I
she
couldn't
said-
believe it.
Yeah, she goes, "Where did you get green
Stain. For wood.
And I'm like, it's not green stain. It's actually our classic ink. It's an ink refill, and I use a sponge dauber or a blending brush, and I just colored the wood the green. I just colored it green. And then the same thing with this one. This one was a little bit of a lighter wood, so I colored the whole thing with pecan pie, which is a great wood color, by the way.
It did such a good job.
I know, right? I
It's
love
not
it.
even streaky.
You can easily take our ink and you can color any wood to make a home decor piece. So, but yeah, and then I easily added some buttons, some little details, and just something cute to add to display in my craft room during the holidays of my friends who are also my crafty friends as well.
Cute.
Okay, so let's go over one more thing. Speaking of versatility, Taylor,
Yes.
you have something to share with us.
Yes, one of my friends or I guess a family friend who lives in Alaska, recently sent me this quilt block.
This is incredible.
And it is gorgeous. She heard that I like to decorate my house for Halloween, and so made this for me because quilters are the nicest people in the world. And it is incredible. And I knew I had to bring it today because
Love
it
this.
is just a perfect use case.
Look at that. That is, it's just like,
It's so well made.
it's so, and I was, like, as soon as Taylor showed me this, that she wanted to share this today, I was like, bing, I have something we can do. So what we're going to do is, I was like, we can take these pieces and our new Halloween paper called Frightfully Fun. Look at these cute patterns. You can easily take these patterns with these dies and make this pumpkin. Mm-hmm. I mean, so cute, because really these are really tight, small patterns.
Yeah, they're not super contrasty.
Yeah, and you can get some really fun elements just like this pumpkin. So another way to use the stitch stocking
Yeah.
dies in a different way is to make something for Halloween. You could do something for spring.
Oh, yeah.
Any designer series paper you wanted to pull out. I think another one right now that's available would be really pretty is the oh my gosh, I keep forgetting that name. It's something, it's
Describe
the
it.
In Color Suite. It's called something Blossoms. Bouquet Blossoms? Bouquet something. Anyways, it's the very first suite
Those
in the
final
catalog.
names.
And it has really small, tiny floral prints.
Oh, yes.
Wouldn't that be pretty?
That would be so pretty.
Oh, goodness.
Bloom Bouquet. It's called Bloom Boutique.
Bloom
Bloom
Boutique.
Boutique.
Yes, you want to have Bloom Boutique. So there's like all kinds of designer series paper that you could do quilting with
Yes.
these dies.
Yeah, and like this is super simple. It's just
Yes.
triangles and squares, and they made an awesome pumpkin out of it.
So you could do that exactly with these dies
Mm-hmm.
easily.
This one too.
Yeah, and that one. So cute. So we hope we've given you lots of ideas on how you can use the A Stitch Season suite for all of your Christmas, Halloween, spring,
Yeah,
everyday
all
crafting,
holiday.
quilting inspired projects. So also, we just wanted to say really quickly, because we both love these, our craft classes. So
Yes.
we have a current, if you love crafting for the holidays and you're ready for this to get started, I saw many people say that they were making some Christmas cards already.
Wow.
We do have a class that's available right now. It's called Pretty Poinsettia. And actually, it's going to be live tomorrow, but it's still, you can still purchase it and join on and watch the replays afterwards, of course. But it's going to be packed full of all kinds of ideas, tips, watercoloring tips, some really fun little extra stuff from our designer that we give. Julie
I was gonna
helped
say
me
that
with
sounds
you.
like a Julie thing.
Yeah, it's a Julie thing. So I'm really excited to be hosting that one. So make sure you check it out as well. Or if you're not ready for Christmas crafting yet, make sure you get those. I know we were talking about when do you craft. I'm like, October is like the last deadline for me.
Yeah.
Like that's when I'm really into the Christmas mood is the October.
Yeah, when the air starts feeling cold on my face, that's
Yeah.
when it's time.
Yeah, but and then again, when you have the AC full on blast,
Well.
and it's so hot outside, you're gonna be crafting inside.
I don't have AC.
Oh no! Oh my goodness!
I know.
Wow, keep cool. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. We hope that you loved this live and finding a little bit more about the background of how the suite is created, and also meeting some of our really fantastic designers that we have in house. Taylor is exceptional.
Thank you.
We thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Happy crafting!